live now. Let me conduct the roll call. Chair Willis. Present. Vice Chair Pease. Don't see him yet. Board Member Bauer.
Present.
Board Member Hendrick.
Yes.
Board. Would you be able to turn on your mic, please, Board Member Hendrick? Thank you.
Present.
Thank you. Board Member McKinnon. Don't see him. Board Member Weimer.
Present.
We have a quorum. Thank you.
Thank you. I was left off the list.
Oh, right. And Board Member Eggleston Sislovich.
Yep, present.
Sorry. Now we have a quorum. Great. So let me also quickly, for the public, let them know read some instructions, remind how they can give their public comments and how they can over the phone and over the phone and in person. So during the meeting, members of the public may provide live public comment by submitting a speaker card prior to the start of the public comment on that item. I haven't received any speaker cards yet. Speakers may address items that are not on the agenda during oral communications. Spoken comments, just a second. Spoken comments via computer will be accepted through Zoom teleconference meeting. To address the board, go to zoom.us/join. Meeting ID is 968-0019-7512. When you wish to speak on agenda item, click on raised hand. Spoken public comments using a smartphone will be accepted through the Zoom app. To offer comments using a regular phone, call 669-900-6833 and enter meeting ID 968-0019-7512. When you wish to speak on agenda item, hit *9 on your phone to raise your hand. Maybe we can do that.
Thank you, Medina. Are we good with that? Thank you.
Yeah, so now we need to move on the resolution for teleconference resolution. Our first item on the agenda is teleconference resolution.
Chair Willis, I'd like to move to adopt the resolution.
And a second.
Great. Let me conduct the vote.
Yeah.
Chair Willis.
Yes.
Thank you. Board Member Bauer.
Yes.
Board Member Hendrick.
Yes.
Board Member McKinnon is absent. Board Member Weimer.
Yes.
Board Member Eggleston Sislovich.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Can I ask a question, Amy? Amy, is there a way we can not have to adopt this resolution at every single meeting? Can't we get this extended?
Unfortunately, in this endemic that we're in, it's what council has to do and every other board and commission. It's annoying, but
Okay,
takes a minute.
just asking.
Yeah, thanks.
Wishful thinking. And do we have any oral communications?
Let me see. We do not.
Thank you. Agenda changes, additions, deletions, anybody? Nothing, right? Nothing. So let's move on to his schedule of meetings and assignments. Do we have anything there? We need a new subcommittee. Is that in here or is that later?
Yeah, and I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll just state for the record, board member, Vice Chair Pease has now joined us. He's with us.
Sorry, I've been in since the beginning, but not as a participant. So
Welcome.
Thank you.
Answer to that question is today, the subcommittee will occur on the same Zoom link that we're on now after we adjourn the meeting. So those who are both here and online will do that.
That's good. But my question was, you mentioned that we need a subcommittee for the President Hotel paint colors. I was just wondering if that was something we wanted to do, set up a subcommittee now, or we can just do that?
We can, yeah, today, if you'd like to discuss who would like to be on that subcommittee, three people who would be able to convene in person at the site and meet the applicant and see their brush outs on the building.
Do we have any paint color enthusiast?
I'll volunteer.
Do you know what
Thank you.
date or time?
No, there's nothing set just
I
yet.
mean, if I'm here,
I'm just-
I'd be willing to do it.
And this is probably why, we often choose the same day as the board meeting, because if people are coming, then they're here and then you can just go from there. So we can do that in 2 weeks, or if there's another day and time that works better.
Okay, so David, you signed up? Do we have a third paint person?
If you need a third person, I'd be happy to join in as well.
Thank you, Margaret. So did the three of you have a preference for when, or do you think we should just 2 weeks when we have our next HRB meeting, have it follow that?
I'm available on the next 3 meetings, so 4 meeting dates. So if there is a meeting, otherwise we can just do it. I think the most important thing is to make sure we do this and keep the project moving, not wait for our dates, but make sure that we're accommodating the project.
Sounds good. So Amy, are they ready now? Do they have their,
I believe they brushed out now, so I'm communicating with the planner, and the planner will communicate with the applicant,
okay,
who's on the subcommittee, and that they're available to, outside these meeting dates. It's not a regular subcommittee. We're just gonna have you all go
Okay.
out to the site and look.
so Margaret, are you fine with that if we just do it when it's convenient? Oh,
Yes.
Moving on to approval of minutes. Do we have corrections? Oh. Okay, so review them first, Amy, and then vote on them. Is that true?
Chair Willis, which one are we going to take up first?
We are going to take the oldest one. Oh, wait. We don't need to do anything with our schedule, right? Are we good with our schedule? Okay. No.
Yes, as long as people are letting us know who's here
Okay.
and who's not here. vacations.
Sounds good. Minutes of April 28th. Know that I had anything on that. Does anybody corrections on that one?
I had a question about a notation in the minutes that is on page 4 at the bottom of the second paragraph. Work being proposed for blah, blah, blah. And then there's a highlighted word Renee, or RENEE, and then a timestamp of 4409. I'm confused about what that is. Somebody added that with a couple of exceptions, trees being proposed. That
We are going to upload that on the screen now so we can all see what you're referring to.
So it's page 18 of our packet, but page 4 of this.
Packet page 18.
Yeah, there are two of, thank
No.
you. There are
No,
two of
are
them.
you sharing your screen?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just wondering what that is.
Okay, let's see, Renee. Huh. Let's see.
I have a feeling somebody's going to check the spelling because Renee is also highlighted further down.
Yes.
And maybe they just wanted to verify. So who was Renee? Does anybody remember? It's been a while.
Possibly Renee is with the firm Brick with Mr. Zirkle.
Yeah, I couldn't find,
Or maybe it's a landscape architect that is working.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering, should we research that or can we just leave this in limbo?
Just, you can make a note that it would be nice if staff could research that,
Okay.
go find what all that's about. Renee, who is this mysterious
Right.
Renee?
Well,
She
and make
needs a
sure
last
that,
name at the very least.
yeah, that's probably, maybe they just were looking for a last name there.
and
So let's research Renee. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to remember who seconded the motion.
so if you go
On
to
page
page 6,
6.
right.
Once again, we could go back and watch the video and find out who seconded it, but I don't know.
Well, I'm willing to say I seconded it. It's possible that more than one of us said they seconded it at the same time, and that's why it doesn't get recorded. So,
If you remember seconding it,
well, I don't
We'll
remember
accept
it,
your-
but the comment I made right after that would suggest to me that, obviously I strongly supported it, and so
Yeah.
I'm willing to be the person who seconded it if
All right.
that doesn't
so be it.
cause trouble.
Thank you.
So on page 21, God knows, maybe I was this garbled, but I'm going to try and say what I thought I would have said. So 2/3 of the way down the page, Chair Willis said board members suggested members. So I think what I would have said was Chair Willis asked board members to review the bulletin and think about presentation clarity and things to make it more friendly. Is that clear, Medina?
So Chair Willis said board members should review the bulletin.
Chair Willis asked board members
there.
to
Yeah,
review the
asked.
bulletin and think about presentation, clarity, and things to make it more friendly. And then the next paragraph down.
Wait, I think it takes
Okay.
a little bit for her to, I think, start from the beginning. Chair Willis asked.
To review the bulletin and think about presentation, clarity, and things to make it more friendly.
Yeah, you can deal with spelling later. Yeah, that you just have to delete because it's later. It says it already. Yeah, you don't have to type all that. Just delete what it was already
Do you have
there.
the sentence in front of you, Medina, or not?
Yeah, she's typing it on the screen.
Oh,
Um,
because it's not,
it's okay.
so it's
Now-
just instead of said, it's ask.
Yeah, she's made the changes
Okay.
and I'm seeing it on screen.
Perfect.
Now
Thank
there's
you.
just redundancy there. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Oh, you're right. If I could only focus that far. Okay, next paragraph. Be supportive of the nomination. Or support the nomination, one or the
Wanted to
other.
acknowledge that she supported.
No, and thought it would be nice if board members, no. Second from the bottom line in that next paragraph. And it just says ceremony to be supportive the nomination. So it needs, what do you call this? Adverb. Supportive of the nomination.
Oh. Okay, so you didn't, the first sentence you weren't saying.
No,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Mhm. There's a missing article. Okay.
So it's at the bottom of that page, and the correction is at the top of the next page, but it says, but not, this is a huge amount of information that was not retrieved. So I think that this is, I don't know where that came from. So I think it should just be, but not a huge amount of information.
It's the next page. Page.
So
Actually,
it's just get rid of this is.
and there's an earlier correction in that paragraph I'd like to
Oh, good.
clarification.
Okay.
Again, last paragraph on page 21. I said, I strongly urge staff to encourage applicants not, and then what I think I said was not reproduce tree protection pages in our packets, most of which are not relevant to our
Okay.
review.
So just specifically tree review.
Correct.
Okay.
Not to include tree review.
The tree protection
Got it.
pages
So-
in our packets. I'd like,
Medina, page 7, second to last sentence. Instead of not to do the huge amount of paper. It would be not to include tree protection pages in the plans, in the paper plan set. Tree protection sheet. Yeah,
well, sometimes it's multiple pages.
sheets. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the plan sets.
Thank you.
Your microphone's not on.
Sorry. So also the second on adjournment doesn't seem to be established, but it's April. I don't think anybody would remember what they did. So,
I believe I did.
okay, let's go with go. Okay,
Awesome.
for the second on the adjournment, Medina? Okay. So any other corrections? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of April, whatever we are, April 28th, 2022?
I move to approve April 28th minutes.
I second the approval.
Thank you.
And I will conduct the vote.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, I will conduct the vote.
We need a voice
Yeah,
vote.
yeah. Chair Willis,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pease,
Yes.
Board Member Bauer,
Yes,
Board Member Hendrick,
Yes.
Board Member Weimer,
Yes.
Board Member Eagleston Sislowich.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. So moving on to the minutes of May 12th, got quite the backlog here. Do we have corrections?
The question as to when I left the meeting, I believe I left right before. I left right before Darlene Yapley came into the meeting.
I'm asking for a clarification here from whoever might know the answer, but on page 3, and I was talking, so at the very top, second paragraph, described a framework, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down, evaluation table. Since I no longer remember what evaluation table that was, I think we should somehow identify it so that in a year we'll know what evaluation table we were talking about. If anybody happens to know what evaluation table we're talking about. Amy,
I think that, I wasn't at this meeting, but I think that refers to the table that the HRB created many years ago that discussed category 1 and 2 buildings and category 3 and 4 and the parameters involved in remodeling those. And do you know what I'm talking about, Amy?
Yeah, but I think in this case, it was the one that, that Chair Willis prepared.
Oh, I see something.
But most recently,
I think maybe it was the one Dave's talking about, but I don't remember, God forbid.
All right, so we'll investigate that.
Okay. I just think if we had some way of identifying it so that if anybody goes back and look at these, they would know. This next one is the kind of thing, I just think if one of us edited it before it came to the board, it might be a good idea. It's just, these little things bother me. Second paragraph down on page 27. There is an N missing. So second paragraph, second to last line, enable zooming in and out. Sorry.
Page 20, packet page 27, page 4.
Yeah, just add in. So the next page in page 28, maybe it is correct, but it just sounds a little strange to me. So 1, 2, 3 paragraphs down, second line from the bottom, the ones that were looked at when a property owner gives money to do so. That gives money just sounds weird. The property owner pays to do so. Is that, anybody have a problem if we change gives money to pays?
So these are supposed to be summary minutes and not verbatim, right? So, okay, so we can change the wording then.
Is that okay?
Or just pays, that we know
Yeah.
what they're paying with.
Okay. Great. So that's what I've got. Anybody else? And do we have a motion to approve?
I move we approve these minutes.
No, you're fine. Thank you, Christian. And do we have a second?
I second.
And
Let me conduct the vote. Chair Willis,
approve.
Vice Chair Pease,
Yes.
Board Member Bauer,
Abstain.
Board Member Hendrick,
Yes.
Board Member Weimer,
Yes.
Board Member Eggleston Sislowich.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
So Amy, is there some way that I could just review these before?
Yes.
Yeah, what I could do is once the transcriptionist prepares the minutes, I can send them to you, and then you can send me the minutes and track changes mode or with your revisions, and then I will include them in the packet.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that I could catch a few of these English language things. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one go. So looking at the minutes, May 26th, 2022, we got some really good ones here. So page 2, my favorite, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs down, second to the bottom line, an outdoor waiting area, which I was really excited about till I realized it was the outdoor waiting area. Did you find that one okay, Medina?
Can you repeat? Yeah, I just pulled up the minutes myself. Can you repeat
Okay,
the
1, 2,
page number?
3.
Sorry.
Okay, page 31 or page 2 of the minutes.
Okay. Who's
Which
speaking?
number is easier?
This page is easier,
So
and I
minutes.
am on
Minutes
that
page
page
is
right now.
easier?
Packet
Okay.
page 31, and then who is speaking?
And then Mr. Hayes is speaking. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a typo. 4 paragraphs down.
Okay, 1.
At the main entrance, the second to last sentence, where it says outdoor waiting, WAD.
Oh, waiting.
Yes. I know.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm changing this right now.
Thank you. And then in a similar manner, the last sentence at the bottom of the page, also very creative, core 10 should be CORTEN.
Okay.
No, I don't think it is. Do you think it is? No, I think it's one word. And I don't think it's capitalized.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's degenerated into public, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure when I looked it up, it was not capitalized. Okay. Somebody wants to get into the whatever, but it is one word for sure. Say it again. She still has 10 in
You
there.
need to remove
Did you take out the number
numerical
10?
Yeah.
So instead of core 10, the number, it should be one word, CORTEN. Okay.
Yeah.
David, what was your question?
Well,
Patinized or something?
patinated metal. It's just before there. The outside will be a patinaed. I think the word is patina, which is a film on the surface of bronze metals. I'm just looking up the definition. I don't know. I don't know how to spell it, but that just doesn't look like a word I recognize.
Well, maybe he used it. We'll give him credit for making it up then.
Patinaed. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's true. But let's let that one go.
Yeah, I researched. There is such word as patina.
What?
There is such word. It's a green or brown film on the surface of bronze.
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
well,
fine.
patina is, but is the word that's in I think he's
Like a-
using it as a adjective, right? No. Adjective. Yeah.
Yeah, there is such word as well. It says patinated of a metal having a green or brown film produced by oxidation.
Okay. So any other corrections to the minutes? Do we have a motion to approve? Don't all jump
I'll
in here.
move to approve the minutes.
Thank you, David. And a second?
Sure, I'll second.
Thank you.
Great, and I'll conduct the vote.
thank
Chair
you.
Willis?
Can I make a comment
Sure.
before you do this? Even though I wasn't at the meeting, I did watch the full video of the meeting. So in this case, I'll participate in this vote.
So you didn't watch it in real time, you watched it later?
I wasn't here. No, I watched the video of the meeting.
Okay.
Generally, if I don't attend the meeting, I'm not comfortable voting on the minutes. But since I watched the video of it, I think that's okay. The city attorney has said we can approve minutes even if you're not at the board meeting, but I generally don't do that. So that's why when it says I'm not there and I'm voting on this, just wanted to explain that position.
Okay,
Sorry
I'm
for the
fine with that.
interruption.
So yeah, you abstained on the one on May 12th because you didn't watch them. You weren't there for that one either, but so that's why you abstained. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so back,
Let's conduct the vote. Thank you for the comment. Board Member Bauer, Chair Willis,
approve.
Vice Chair Pease,
Approve.
Board Member Bauer,
Approve.
Board Member Hendrick,
Abstain.
Board Member Weimer.
Approve.
Board Member Weimer, did you say abstain?
I said approve.
Approve, sorry, thank you. Board Member Eggleston Sislowich,
Approve.
motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. So board member comments, suggestions, questions, announcements, anything? Nothing. Okay, my question is, Amy, did you meet with the group that's going to do the inventory work for us, or one of the groups that's going to do inventory work for us?
I had one phone meeting. The contract, we have staff who are out on vacation, so the contracts have not been finished. So we're not yet started. So we're looking at and there's just vacations. So August is when we're looking to have our kickoff. I've met with them and had discussions, but we Without a
Okay.
contract, we can't kick
So
it
we
off.
can't really expect anything till, you think our second meeting in August, we will start making some progress?
Yes.
It would be nice. Thank you. Looking at the last set of minutes on the last page where we talked about a plaque for Antonio's. We suggested agendizing a discussion on this. And I think I don't want to lose track of that. So if there's, do we want to do that at our next meeting? Or I think it would just be sort of a general discussion at this point, like, you know, whether the past plaque serves our purposes or whether we really would like something that talked about the building. Does anybody have any objections if we agendize that for our next meeting? Or any thoughts? Or need more time to prep? Anything?
Would, can we put a pin in that as far as which agenda? Because I would want to involve the planner who knows more about this and has had dialogues with our, you know, historic preservation consultant, et cetera. So
Okay.
just want to make sure she's available for whatever meeting it is.
Yes, I'm more, I don't feel there's any time crunch. I just like to follow up on it. Okay. Let's just don't lose it. So no, I got nothing. Anybody else? So do I have a motion to adjourn? Go for it.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
And this one, can I do a voice vote? All in favor?
I.
Aye.
I
I
You. And opposed? Thank you.